Hello again. It's me. Um, I know, back so soon, huh? Um, I have not figured out how to get rid of the live with StreamYard. I don't know. I guess I'll figure it out. It said live show, it's not live. You know. Um, no, I was feeling bored and thought I would come on here and just make a video. Um, I figured that when and if I deal with something, I put it on here. Maybe it'll help somebody else deal with it. So, um, I wrote down two things. What I'm looking at is my paper. I wrote down two things. Two things that I struggle with is feeling left out and not important, and less than. And then another one was let them go. Um, so the first one, feeling left out, I guess I have a problem with feeling like I'm not good enough. Um, and that stemmed back to childhood. Um, that stems back to um, really being taught that I wasn't good enough. I mean, you tell somebody something so much, they start to believe it. And, I definitely have some things to unlearn, and it's a process. Um, and so that's just what I was struggling with, not feeling important. Like I need to be important. I don't know why I feel like I need to be important. I on one hand I want to feel important. Mm. And on the other hand, I want to be the little person. I want to be behind the scenes. I don't want to be in front of, like, there's a show, there's like a TV show or something. I like being a part of it and behind the scenes, but not in front of the camera. Well, I'm in front of the camera now, but um, so it's um, a balance of it's I don't know what you call it. It's dichotomy, I guess, where you feel like you want to be important and you really don't, but and I don't. Like, I don't know. That's what I've been struggling with, is like feeling like I'm not good enough, but not wanting to be. I know it's confusing. Um, and yeah. So how do I let that go? Good question. I'm still working on it. Um, just being who I am, trying to fight those voices of, because part of it is the tape that plays in my head saying you're not good enough, you're worthless, you'll never be anything. And that came from, when I was a kid. um my biological mother, Phyllis is her name, had a mental disorder called Munchausen by proxy syndrome. And it's where someone in authority um, makes someone sick for attention. So it can be a nurse in a caregiver situation, or a babysitter, and any person that's in a authoritarian position, and there's someone under them. It's them making the person sick so they get the attention, right? And so Phyllis was my biological mother, would purposely tell people I was sick, I was disabled, I was, she would make up all these symptoms that I had. Um, and doctors believed her. And so I was always told by doctors, that I'd never be anything, that I'd never do anything, that I'd never amount to anything. And part of that is because of the sheer neglect that I had experienced. She would fail. I guess you can use both words. Forget and fail to feed us basic necessities. So feeding, clothing, necessities. Our basic necessities were not being fulfilled because she was very neglectful. And so that goes into you'll never be anything, because it's what I heard all the time, as a little girl. And so that's what I struggle with today, is feeling like somebody wants me, because I was never wanted as a child. I was never wanted as a baby. And that translates, you can feel that. And so that's what I'm still struggling with, is wanting myself, like liking myself. It took a while for me to actually start to like myself. And I'm better. I'm better at it. I've gotten better. I still have a road to go. It's amazing because they don't tell you that childhood trauma lasts infinite number of years. And that's just one piece of what Phyllis had done. Which it's rewiring the brain, trying to make it healthy, for lack of better verbiage. And so basically that's what I'm trying to do, is get myself healthy, get myself to believe that I am good enough, to get myself to believe that I'm worthy, that I do matter. Because sometimes I don't feel like that. And I still, even when people say, "Oh, you're so inspiring," and that's great, and I'm glad that I've done something to help you. That's wonderful, but it still needs to get here, and it hasn't translated yet. So I'm working on it. I'm work progress, not perfection. And so that's my 2 cents on that. And then to let them go is the second part. Again, it goes back to me not feeling very wanted or needed. Like, I like being needed. I like when somebody says, I need to talk to you sometimes. I need to be needed. I like that. And maybe that's selfish. Maybe I'm selfish. I don't know. But when somebody doesn't, it's like rejection. When somebody doesn't and they say, "Oh, I don't want you," it goes back to that not feeling important, not feeling good enough, and that's when I need to let it go. And especially with people that don't want me, that reject me, I need to let them go. And I have a hard time doing that, because I'm like, if you could only see, if you can only see what I can do, if you can only see, and I need to remember that I'm okay the way I am. They don't need to see anything. I am who I am, and if they can't see that, then that's their problem. That's my timer. Remember, I set a timer, and I went over my 10 minutes. That's okay. But yeah, maybe they don't need to see how good I am, you know. Although it does hurt. It hurts when you want somebody so bad to see how good you are and they just completely disregard you. It's like, it's hurtful. And that's why I need to just let them go. Let that idea of them seeing me and being like, oh yes, you're good enough, and then what? So they think I'm good enough, but does that and do anything for me internally? I need to be okay internally for other people to see it externally. And I'm still working on that. I'm still, yeah, I'm still figuring out life. It's weird because I feel like I'm 39 years old. I should be figured out life by now, especially with all the trauma and PTSD that I deal with. That's another thing. I need to be more forgiving of myself, expecting too much, expecting that I should be healed by now. Like I should be over this crap. I should be this, I should be that, and healing takes time. Especially when you neglect your healing for so long. Like I hid everything for, I don't know, 20 years. 20 years I hid my traumas and my everything. I just hid because I don't know why. I just did. So this is the first time that I'm really letting others to see what um, what is me, and again, I'm just me, and this is what is, and so I'm working on being gentle with myself. I'm working on myself, and it's all anybody can do, step by step, day by day, one day at a time, um, and so yes, I have to intellectually say I am good enough, even though sometimes it's hard to believe it in my heart, and I think the message is that I don't really know. Just don't live your life for other people. And I'm really talking to myself here. Don't live your life for other people's approval. That's what I need to hear. That's for me. Because people will let you down. They're human. We're human. Sometimes we suck, including me. I've let people down, and I'm not perfect, so one day at a time. And sometimes it's 1 minute at a time, 5 minutes at a time, and I always say a prayer, God, get me through the next 5 minutes. Sometimes with anxiety, sometimes it's like that, so. All right, well, I've rambled on long enough, and yeah, I hope you got something out of that. I hope that helps somebody. I don't know if it will. There it is. One person's struggle, and Road to Healing, if you will. Oh, the title is Feelings and Solutions. So I guess the solution for me would be prayer. I'm big prayer. Um, and asking God to show me who He thinks I am. And not to be pleasing everybody, because you're never going to make anybody happy. Everyone happy. I'm never going to make everyone happy. And yeah, I spent my whole life as a people pleaser, and I think I'm still struggling with that too. So, but there is a freedom from um, not caring what people think. I discovered that too. All right, well, I think that should be done. And maybe I'll record tomorrow. I don't know. Again, I'm not operating on any kind of consistency. None. So there it is. Um, Message for today. Just short message. Take one day at a time. That's all we got. 1 minute at a time. 5 minutes at a time. 1 hour at a time. Sometimes that's difficult, So, yeah. So, anyway, hopefully the next time I record, I can get rid of this live or StreamYard thing. Again, still trying to figure everything out because I don't know what the heck I'm doing sometimes. So, there it is. All right. Well, I will see you all some other time. And hugs and loves, and one day at a time.